All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming live from our Joburg office. Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome back to the opening bell. We're streaming this every morning, Mondays to Fridays at 9, live on YouTube, right? I hope everyone is well this morning. We're going to keep it very simple this morning. We have been looking at the charts throughout the week. And so for today, we're just going to talk a little bit about the NFP that's coming up today, right? So you guys won't be seeing any charts in this morning session, but we do have the opening bell. We do have the NFP session later on. So we're going to have a look at some charts. The setups we've been talking about, we are still waiting for them to materialize. All right. And so NFP today, core retail sales today, the ADP figures came out on Wednesday, right? Now, what is ADP? Automatic data processing. That's what it means, automatic data processing, non-farm employment change. So to keep it very simple, it is the payrolls figures within the private sector. That is what ADP, non-farm employment change, is. And then you've got your non-farm employment change, which is the payroll figures within the public sector. So we had the private sector figures and they came out very positive. All right, they beat market expectation for the month of February. So what this does the majority of the time is that it is a lead to the NFP. So it often gives us an indication of how NFP is most likely to come out. All right. So traders would use the ADP as a leading indicator to how NFP is going to come out. And then, so the ADP came out. The JOLTS job openings is scheduled for next week, right? Usually you also have the JOLTS job openings. Yesterday we had the unemployment claims came out, well, better than what markets are forecasting, right? At least there's been lower unemployment claims, the same as the previous month, of course, right? Or rather the previous week. Now we have the core retail sales, average hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, and unemployment claims. It's going to be interesting to see how the market will react, given the fact that we also have retail sales in the mix. But non-farm payroll, markets are expecting at least 58K to 60K new jobs for the month of February. The previous figures were 130. So the previous NFP came out better, right? It came out better. Markets were forecasting 66,000 new jobs, but 130. There was January. So for February, the markets are expecting between 58K to 60K new jobs. So we'll see if it will come out better. I think it's going to come out better, right? If January was good, February is most likely to also be good, right? Because nothing much is happening in February in terms of the jobs and all of that. What's been dominating the market this week is just the war, all right? So nothing significant from the jobs, the labor market. And then you've got unemployment rate, which is expected to remain steady, remain the same at 4.3%. You've got average hourly earnings, which is expected to dip to 0.3%. And then you've got the core retail sales, all right? I mean, retail sales, negative figures is what markets are expecting. So, which means there hasn't been a lot of spending for the month of February, all right? So if markets are expecting this, that means there hasn't been a lot of spending. And then you look at core retail sales, which is the most important one, core retail sales. Core retail sales expected to rise to 0.1% from 0.0%. So this is what we're anticipating today at 3:30. All right. We are going to go live on YouTube at 3 p.m. While we're waiting for the NFP figures and the core retail sales. All right. It's going to be very interesting to see how the market will react with also the retail sales in the mix. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it very simple this Friday. Let's see what's going to happen throughout the day. Later on NFP. Let's come to the stream and let's see how the market reacts. Let's wait for good opportunities. All right. And yeah, that's it from us, guys. Good luck. We'll catch you guys later on. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.